Welcome to Toby Chill Investor. Headlines right now are screaming that the average 45-year-old in America is sitting on a net worth of nearly $1 million. Picture this. It is Saturday morning, you are in your sweatpants, your coffee is getting cold, and you see that headline flashing across your screen. $1 million. You are 45. You look at your bank account. You look at your mortgage statement with 22 years left on it. You look at the student loans that just will not disappear. And you do not have $1 million. You do what millions of people do every single day. You wonder if you are the failure or if the system is just broken. Well, I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is that the $1 million number is a complete, mathematically laundered lie. It is designed to make you click and make you panic. The bad news is that the real number is not much better, and it comes with a ticking clock. Today, we are going to find out exactly where you stand in the financial food chain and how to fix it before time runs out. Let us start with that fake number you keep seeing. According to recent Federal Reserve data, the average household headed by someone aged 45 to 54 has a net worth of $975,800, almost $1 million. When you hear that, it lands like a punch to the stomach. You are doing all the responsible adult things. You go to work, you try to save, you pay your bills, and yet you are nowhere near that threshold. You start thinking everyone else is secretly rich and something is fundamentally wrong with you. Here is the truth. Something is wrong, but it is not you. It is the word average. That word is doing a lot of heavy lifting. The average net worth is nearly $1 million, but the median net worth for this exact same age group is only $247,200. That is a massive gap of over $728,000. Understanding why that gap exists is the single most important thing you will learn today. When reporters calculate an average, they take everyone's net worth, add it all up, and divide it by the number of people. So, if Jeff Bezos walks into a room with 9 guys who have absolutely $0 in their bank accounts, the average net worth of that room suddenly jumps to $21 billion. Technically true? Yes. Practically useless? Absolutely. It is like averaging the net worth of a billionaire and a raccoon. The raccoon is now technically a billionaire on paper, but I would not ask him for financial advice. The median is completely different. The median is what happens when you line every single 45-year-old up in a row, from the poorest to the richest, and you ask the person standing exactly in the middle how much money they have. That person is real. That person is your neighbor. That person is probably you, and that person has $247,000. Not $1 million, not even close. When major news outlets run headlines about people your age being worth $1 million, they are taking the ultra-wealthy top 1% and your coworker who drives a beat-up 10-year-old sedan and pretending they are the exact same person. So right now, I want you to do something slightly uncomfortable. Mentally pause. Think about your checking account, your savings, your retirement funds, and the equity in your home if you own one. Add it all up. Now, subtract your credit card debt, your car loans, and your mortgage. That number you are left with is your real scoreboard. If you are sitting around $247,000, congratulations, you are exactly in the middle. But do not celebrate just yet, because that number is hiding a terrifying reality about what your wealth is actually made of, and it is probably not cash. If you have that $247,000, here is the secret that financial advisors hate talking about. Roughly 60 to 70% of that entire net worth is trapped inside your drywall. It is just home equity. Subtract your house, and the median 45-year-old only has about $87,000 left for literally everything else. Retirement, Emergencies, college funds, the vacation you promised your family 4 years ago, everything. You cannot eat home equity. You cannot take a chunk of your roof to the grocery store to buy eggs or pay the electric bill. To get that cash, you either have to sell and buy another overpriced house or take out a line of credit at 9% interest to borrow your own money. That is a brilliant business model for the banks, but a terrible reality for you. By the way, stripping home equity out of the equation drops the national median net worth by a massive 70%. Suddenly, that $250,000 feels a lot less impressive when you are standing in a grocery store parking lot and your kid asks if you can afford pizza tonight. This brings us to the second trap, your retirement account. The major financial institutions publish these shiny benchmarks, saying you should have 6 times your annual salary saved by age 50. If you make the median income, that means you should have around $700,000 sitting in a 401k right now. Ready for the actual median 401k balance for people in their late 40s? It is $60,763, not $600,000. $60,000. You are essentially 10 times behind where the industry says you should be. And no, people do not secretly have other hidden accounts making up the difference. When you combine every IRA and pension, the total retirement savings for this age bracket is still only $115,000. In fact, 3 out of every 8 households at their absolute peak earning age have exactly $0 saved for retirement. If your chest just tightened hearing that, you are having the correct biological reaction. But why is everyone so far behind? It is because of the third reality. You are the sandwich generation. You are not failing because you bought too many lattes. You are failing because you are literally funding 3 generations out of a single paycheck. Over half of people in their 40s are financially supporting an aging parent while simultaneously paying for their own kids. Maybe your mom needs assisted living, which averages over $6,000 a month, and Medicare does not cover it. At the exact same time, your 24-year-old kid moved back into his childhood bedroom because rent is completely unaffordable and you are not charging him. It is mathematically impossible to max out a 401k when you are writing checks to a memory care facility and buying groceries for an adult child who sleeps under his old high school posters. And if you are secretly banking on the great wealth transfer to save you, think again. Most of that wealth is going to people who are already rich. The median inheritance for the bottom half of America is about $9,700. That is a used Corolla with a check engine light, not generational wealth. So what is the solution? Here is the actual good news I promised you. You still have the ultimate financial cheat code, a 20-year compounding window. The math might be tight, but it is not hopeless. You do not need to invent the next big app or win the lottery. You just need to automate. If you start funneling just $800 to $1,000 a month into an index fund right now, at age 45, you can build a safety net of over $500,000 by the time you are 65. That is the difference between genuine security and panicking over bills in your 70s. It is just about turning on the compounding machine today and letting it run in the background. Let us do a quick recap. The $1,000,000 average is a statistical lie inflated by billionaires. Your home equity is not liquid cash, and you are playing the hardest level of the financial game by supporting multiple generations at once. But you still have time on the clock if you start automating your investments right now. Stop comparing yourself to a fake finish line that was drawn 15 years ago. Hit that subscribe button for more chill finance strategies that actually work in the real world. And I want to hear from you right now. Have you actually sat down and calculated your exact net worth? Or are you too scared to look at the numbers? Drop a comment below and let me know.